Orale, ¿qué pasa, mi raza? You already know who it is. It's your boy, OG Gordo. Today I have a special guest, the homie MC Shadow. What's good, homie?
Chilling right here. You already know, first interview ever, but you my boy, so gotta give it to you, homie. And just right here, we chilling, my boy.
Gracias, I appreciate that. Um, I actually got to meet you on YouTube, homie. I was checking out a lot of your music, and I really dig on how you get down on your music, homie. You have a whole different estilo from a lot of gente and shit. A lot of people, like you said, we've spoken before, and you said a lot of people like to mumble. And
Yeah,
can you explain your theory on rap so maybe other people
yeah.
can get it the way I did?
Like basically the way I see music, right, is that one thing I always tell people is that you want to educate yourself. You want to educate yourself. You want to read a lot because think about it like this: music is your tool, right, to success. Is what you're using to get up there. So you would think the more words you know, because now your music is vast, right? Because you could do a bunch of songs with different, you're not just saying the same shit over and over and over again. So the more grammar you know, the more tracks you could throw out there, the more you could keep it going. It's like more ammunition. You feel me? So why would you
Right,
want to
right.
limit yourself? You get what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
so that's why I feel that that's important that people educate themselves, and not only that, but people try to sound different, bring their own style. You feel me? Because at the same time, when these fools all try to imitate each other, what's stopping people from going and actually purchasing the person that originated that style? Like, why should I get yours when you sound just like him? I might as well get the original guy. You gotta put something that separates you from the rest. That way, people will go and actually purchase your stuff. You feel me?
Exactly, exactly. I feel you on that one. And what actually inspired you to start doing music? What gave you the ganas to really pick up the
Hey,
rap?
hey, hey, you know what's a trip? And this is true story right here. What inspired to me to rap was actually my tia, right? My
Uh-huh.
tia, she's from the barrio. Shout out to Miss Thames, Rap Street, avenues.
Shout out
Locals click all day. Nah,
all
but
day.
nah, but my tia, because my tia used to rap, and my tia, no, she's only older than me by 1 year, right? So it's kind of like we had the brother sister relationship, right? Because we grew up in the same household. Um, and I would hear her rap, and she gets down like seventava. So being like young, I would hear her and I'll be like, what the fuck? And that's actually what inspired me to rap. It was actually her. You feel me?
Right? That's cool. Hey, that's feedback because you never hear that. You don't ever hear of your tia or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And most people would expect me to say like, oh, it was
A,
Tupac or
or a
Nina or my
camarada
homie.
or
Yeah, but nah, it was actually my tia. You feel me?
Hey, that's feedback, Holmes. That's pretty that's different. Uh that's different in itself. But
As a matter
yeah.
of fact, she was like my inspiration in a lot of stuff because when she would take off like gang banging and everything, like I would see it all from her because my uncles obviously were more stricter. My uncles are from my barrio, but they were a lot more stricter, right? They were like, nah, hey, get him out of here. He shouldn't be right here. Woo woo. But my tia was more like fuck it, come on, and like I soaked up game from her. You feel me? Cause like like I know a lot of fools like put down like females and everything, but like she was a real writer. You know what well, she is a real writer. You feel me? Like so
Still to this
so,
day,
like
huh?
that's how I know that there's some females out there that hey, they ruthless, homie.
Oh, I know, Holmes. Yeah, believe that. Yeah. I
Real
mean,
talk.
there's some out there that can be just as gangsters
Yes,
as the
vatos,
homies. You know what I'm
serio.
saying? So it is what it is. Um. So yeah, with that being said, homie, I mean, where did you grow up at?
I grew up in the A1A Valley, San Fernando Valley. I grew up in the city of North Hollywood. I grew up right in my barrio. I grew up right on Hart and Agnes. You know, we moved around a lot. You feel me? But I was born in the hood, so that's where I had my like childhood memories. And then we bounced around from several different spots. You feel me?
Right.
But it was always in the Valle. It was always like in the city of North Hollywood, and so we ended up in Arleta.
Armida.
Uh, but we used to just spend all our time still in North Hollywood. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. You always go back to your roots, homie,
Yeah,
where you come from.
yeah. We would pretty much just go home just to sleep, sometimes, because not even that, and then just back to the block.
Right? I feel you on them days, homie. I know. Shoot. Uh, but yeah, Holmes. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I started watching your channel, man, I liked your get down. I liked your whole, your mind frame, everything, bro. We pretty much got the same mentality, and that's what attracted me to your channel. And what is your channel called? M.O.D. Entertainment.
MODENT.
M.O.D. Entertainment. Go check it out. Make sure you guys do. But yeah, homies. Let's see.
That's that music overdose. Because a lot of
Right,
people
the
I know
music
get like
overdose.
they ask like what the MOD like meaning is, and it's
Oh,
basically
okay.
music
Music.
overdose.
Orale. Okay. All right. And what three main artists through your whole vida like inspired you also to get it?
Music
I know
rap.
I know your tia did, but the music you grow up listening to. Who was it that really?
Basically, basically the ones that like I like my favorite rapper of all time is Ice Cube. He's always gonna be the number one for me, and the reason for that is just that he was so ahead of people. Don't really realize how ahead of his time he was. I mean, he was writing raps. He was writing the raps for Easy. He was writing the raps for Dre. Like all those rollers that people are first hearing off of like Dre, Easy, that they were all coming. Well, I know MC Ren, participated, but they were mostly all coming from Ice Cube. Ice Cube was way ahead of his time. Not only that, but he wouldn't make the beat, but he would help conduct to make the beat. So he was like he was just way ahead of his time, And not only that, but just what he rapped about. Like most of his songs had like some real deep like roots to them. Like when he was
Yeah.
spitted, there was real emotions. Like you get what I mean?
Did you?
So that's why I think like and not only that, but through the years, while most rappers have changed, even Snoop Dogg at one point went from Snoop Dogg to Snoop Lion and all
Yeah,
kinds
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Ice Cube is the only one that has kept it gangster to this day. You feel me? Even though he's not a gangster, but I'm saying like his
Yeah.
role at still are banging. So he would
Right.
be number one. Number two would probably be Crooked I. And the reason why Crooked I is because when I first heard him, because he was from Death Row, when I first heard his rolas, because my uncles, in my house, all we would bump was just rap. You know what I mean? Because my uncles are from my barrio. My head is from my barrio. The whole family is just pretty much from the hood. So all I would hear
Right.
was just rap, and they're in love with music as well. So growing up, all I heard was rap, 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 rap. You feel me? From everything from the Bay to East Coast to West Coast, they were just like collectors of music. So I would hear it, and I remember when I first heard a Crooked I song, it was different because I was so used to the Tupac, Easy, Ice Cube that when I heard this guy, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? He was saying words that I didn't even know what the fuck they meant. Like he was blowing my mind. Like
And where's he
he,
from? I mean, because I never
he's
heard
from
of him.
Long Beach. He's from Long Beach. He was from Death Row Records,
Oh,
um,
okay.
and his vocabulary and his shit. He's one of the ones that like Eminem still likes rapping with him to nowadays. Like his lyrical wordplay is incredible. So he brought something like different. At the time I didn't even know what it was, but I know that it's like, damn, that all I know is that that's some sick shit and you know.
Right.
So he would be number two, and then the next one would be I would have to say Nate Dogg, and
Nate
only
Dogg.
because Nate Dogg, he brings just something different. He brings the soulful, it's still gangster, but it's like the way he
Exactly.
harmonizes is honestly. So there's nobody like Nate Dogg, my boy. Nobody like Nate Dogg. He does the best hooks. Like he didn't need no auto tune, no computer. It was all him, my boy, all him, homie. And when you
Yeah.
don't need, see, that's one of the things that people don't understand. That nowadays, all these battles when they're rapping fast or to do their song, it's mostly all the technology that's doing it for them. It's not them.
Exactly.
Compared to before, there was none of this technology, so we had to master. We had to master how to sing, how to rap fast, how to change up your voice. You had to do that. You didn't have no machines to do it for you. You had to do it. You feel me?
Exactly. And
And that's
that's what
what
I
these guys.
say. That's what I say too. I mean that nowadays really there's no real musicians, homie, are the ones who used to play the guitar, the drums,
Yeah,
sing, get up there, all that shit, the drums, like you said, it's all, uh, technology now, basically. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm sorry for interrupting you, my boy. Go
no,
ahead.
no, 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 no. It's all good, and it's an interesting. It's interesting that you brought that up because um, some people don't understand this, but like when you hear rolas from back in the days and you still play them now, you know how they still bump and they sound firme. The
Yeah,
reason for that is because they were done with real instruments. They weren't done through this computer thing. Because with all this it's kind of like you watch a CGI movie, right? From like back then, and you watch it now, it looks like shit, because it doesn't age. It doesn't age well. Same with this
exactly.
computer technology, it doesn't age well. That's why it sounds like, ah, man, that shit sounds whack or whatever. At the time that you were at, oh, it sounded firme, but now that shit has gotten better and stuff like that, you hear it now, you're like, oh man, that shit sounds whack.
Or
But
that,
that shit
homie.
back then still sounds legit because it was using the real actual instruments and shit like that.
Exactly. Hey, so when you were growing up, homie, nobody bumped old school funk, the
Yeah,
oldies.
as a matter of fact, that's where my jefa comes into place. My jefa and my older uncle. My older uncle was more like the father because I grew up obviously without my father. So he was more like the father figure, whatever. And that was their get down. You know what I mean? Their get down was Debbie Deb, One Way, Planet Rock, Play at Your Own Risk, and then for oldies, Brendan Wood, Smokey Robinson, Barbara Mason, Mary Wells, The
Yeah,
Temptations, Billy Stewart.
yeah,
Like and that's the music. When people tell me like, oh, what do I hear? Like when I'm not like when I'm just chilling, I actually don't hear rap at all. You know what I mean? When I'm chilling, I hear oldies, old school, because it's the only thing I can play around when my kids are around. Because I don't curse in front of my kids. You feel me? And I don't bump music that curses, while they're
hey, that's
around.
sweet, man. I gotta give you that.
Um, yeah. So I hear oldies and old school. I know people, tend to say that, well, they're small, they don't know, whatever. Their brain is like a sponge. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They'll just hear it once, and then they'll start knowing how it means just by hearing it, how it's being used. Kind of like a kid when they're small. They're not taught how to speak. You know what I mean? They just watch, listen, and learn, and that's how they know where to put the words at. So if
exactly.
you're using these words or bumping these words, they're just gonna grab those and start implicating them themselves because you're their role model. So why shouldn't I say it if the person I look up to is saying it? You feel me?
Exactly. And that, that was another thing that gravitated me towards your channel is the positivity, homie. The positivity that you have, the outlook on everything.
And what's a trip though? Like the way I see it, I honestly, it kind of like sometimes it bugs me because I see it just as common sense. You feel me?
Exactly.
And it
You're
blows my
right.
mind that people can't see that. I'm just like, it baffles me. Like, what? Like, how do you not?
It's
Like,
just a
well,
new day,
whatever.
homie. It's a new day, new time. Nobody's brought up
Yeah,
with respeto no more. Nobody has no. You're not taught class. How to carry yourself anymore. I mean, it's unfortunate, homeboy. You know what I'm saying?
and the reason I think it's like that is because a lot of people think that like, nah, nah, nah. I know my kid hears that or sees that, but he won't do it. I know he won't because I already told him that he better not. Like, my boy, that's not how the world works. You act like if our parents didn't tell us we shouldn't be out there being gang members, and look how we turned out.
Exactly. Yeah, that's 100 right there, man. Yeah, I could get into a lot of things on that, but I'll tell you what, man. You definitely have a lot of good, positive stuff on your show, and
Gracias.
let's see. My bad. I have my edit thing open.
All good, my boy.
Um, and when you were a kid, homie, what what did you actually believe that you were gonna be when you were growing up? I mean, because everybody in a sense knows what when they're growing up, they already have that in their head. Like they already know. Like I already knew that I was gonna what I was gonna be, and this is what I was gonna be. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
basically, I'm in the same boat. Growing up, I ain't gonna lie, growing up, it was pretty rough. House full of gang members, house getting raided, house getting drive-by. Because at one point my neighbor did have the green light, so it was, at the time I wasn't able to like comprehend what was going on. You feel me? All I know was just like get down under the table and shit like that. Houses getting raided, the pad, was raided a shitload of times when I was small. You know what I mean? I grew up without my father. Me and my mother's relationship is still rocky. You know what I mean? We never had a relationship. Growing up was rough, homie. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I would be lying if I said, yeah, I knew I was gonna be a firefighter or officer or whatever. Like, nah, pretty much growing up, like I really didn't have no dreams. You feel me? Like it was just madness and chaos. So pretty much the streets is where I wanted to be, because it's the place I guess I felt welcome. You know what I mean? I felt like
Right.
it's the place that I felt like I belonged in. Like it's like I belong here. Like it wasn't full of chaos like my cantona. It's like I
Ex-
was causing the chaos out there.
Exactly.
And I think that's why I probably gravitated. And it's a trip because it's my first time actually telling that story. Like I'm not really good with like stuff like this and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, so it's my first time speaking on it.
Hey, and that's good, homie. There's nothing wrong with that because I can
Yeah,
relate
yeah,
exactly. I can exactly relate to it. All you know what? That's what fueled our anger, homie. Is not having certain people there, but we didn't realize it at the time until now that we're older. Now
yeah,
we're able
Simon.
to realize it and comprehend. Really what was fucking with us, what was
Yeah,
bothering us at the time. But I still don't blame nobody. And even though
yeah. I'm the same way.
take
I
responsibility for your own
There you
actions
go. There
regardless
you go. Yeah, I
because
was about to say that because I know a lot of people say that like they blame the parents or whatever. Nah, because at the end of the day, they were battling their own struggles back then. Like my jefa, she had me at 13, so she was and my father he just pretty much dipped. So you know what I mean? Like, so she was still young. So they had their own battles. You know what I mean? It's not like they intentionally did it or whatever. They had their own demons. You feel me? That's why
and
I
you
always own up
understand
to,
now.
yeah, like I always own up to like, nah, well, because at the end of the day, no one forces you to do anything, and all these choices are all on you. You feel me? And even when you get into the hood, like the homie said, "Are you sure? Hey man, are you sure, homie? That this is what you want, homie? Because hey, shit gonna get," and you're still like, "Simon, let's go." So that's why when shit gets hot, homie, like you can't be right there sitting and crying and saying like, "Ah, it was my homie's fault." Nah, homie,
Nah,
you
you
can't
know
tell me
what
because I
you know
know
what
that
you
this is the
signed
life
up
we
for.
chose. Yes, we signed up for this.
You know,
Real talk.
yeah, and that's the thing. I'm gonna save my story for when I come on with you. I don't want to get into
Yeah.
mine, but yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely know what you're saying, homie, about taking responsibility, and I never blame my jefito or anything like that. But yeah, like I said, I'll get into that. But yeah, uh, I totally can feel where you're coming from, my boy. But I give you a lot of props on the way you raise your children from what I can see, and the way you speak and everything. How you say you don't cuss around your kids. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I do. And
No, no, yeah. It's difficult. It's difficult not to. You know what I mean? It's difficult not to because society brews it like that. Because even when you're watching movies, TV show, even from cartoons now, they say the B word without even censoring it out. It's
exactly.
become so natural that nobody sees a problem with it. But in reality, there is a problem with it. Nobody sees it at the moment. But then when you have like a younger person at a supermarket and there's an elderly, you see how they don't show them no respect and they disrespect them. See, that's what it all brews. You feel me? You just don't see it in the moment, but this is what it's leading to. This is why the world now is full of chaos because the shit finally blew up. You feel me? And that's why you get it like this because all the things that you guys stopped before wasn't no big deal. Guess what? Here we are, 2021, and from the looks of it, it looks like they were big deals.
That's true. Yeah, that's true, homie. And my last question that oh man, shit, shit. Oh, the last question I had for you, my boy, is what made you want to start your YouTube channel, homie? What gave you that inspiration to get it going?
What actually gave me the inspiration of getting the YouTube going was actually a mixture of things. It was a mixture of watching a bunch of videos on here about people that honestly I knew that they were fucking lying. Uh, that was probably the fuel to the thing, because I don't like liars. Do you know what I mean? I don't like people lying, and I don't like people misleading others because meaning in the sense that I don't like when people try to manipulate other people um, for their form of entertainment. You know what I mean? Because they don't care about those people's lives. They don't care about what happens to them. You know, they don't care what they're stirring up, because at the end of the day, they're, you know, at their pad, you know, chilling like it ain't no thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I know what chaos does. I know what happens when you stir it up. You know, I know what individuals like this are about. You feel me? And honestly, it irritates me. It's like, if you have your own agenda, and if you want to push this, then you get your ass out there and handle it. You know, you be out there in the main lines, and don't just be sending uh the misguided. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because honestly, that honestly, it ticks me off. That, and also pushing my music and homeboys music, more my homeboys, because um for me it's like, you know, like, you know, it's like whatever, you feel me? It's like, um I'm blessed to honestly say that I'm living good. You feel me? But my homies don't have the same luxury, you know. Let's say, and it's sad that there's so many people that are not willing to help. You know, those, you feel me? Like, they say
Right.
that they're part of the struggle. They say that they understand them, that they're just like them or whatever. But those are just wolf tickets, because when they come to them, they want to charge them like 600 or 500 or whatever, knowing that these homies are struggling and don't really have that many ends, and not even able to like work out a deal. These fools are just like, they're sharks pretty much, you know. In front of the cameras, they'll play it off like they're saints and stuff like that. But behind, when the camera's off, I mean, you see their true colors. You feel me?
Right.
And me, I'm different. Like, I'll put whoever on my show or on my channel. You feel me? Like, anybody could
Ex-
come. I work with anybody with music or whatever. I never charge. I do it because I come from this world. I come from the struggle. I come from the bottom. I know what it is for nobody to extend their hand. I know what the grind is. You feel me? And while
exactly.
everybody always says that they're helping out, it's all puro pinche pedo. You know what I mean? Because I was one of the ones that was like, hey, what's up? Hey, let's click up and shales. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I was gonna do the opposite, you know, like prove to people that you could do it like this, and you don't have to like rob from your own. You feel me? Like, we're all trying to grind together. We're all trying to reach the top together. You feel me? And we'll reach the top if we're all united and help each other, compared to we're trying to seem like we're the dominant ones because I'm the source of the material and you got to come to me. You get what I mean? It's like,
Yes. Yes.
I'm not a king. You feel me? I'm just another person, just like everybody else. You feel me? I'm not the main head. I'm not the leader. I'm not the manager. I'm none of that. I'm just like you, homie. You feel me?
Exactly.
I'm just like everybody else, you know. So I wanna like actually help people, you know. And there's many people that on YouTube that could vouch for that, you know. I have done rolas for them, and I never have charged. I've done it just, you know, and I helped out homies. I brought homies on here. I never have asked for anything.
I
Never have
can
asked.
vouch for that
Yeah,
myself.
yeah. I've never asked for nothing from nobody because I'm actually doing what was really supposed to be done. And I like all the ones that just want to talk, but they're all wolf tickets. You know what I mean? And it's sad, homie, and it's sad because, you know, in front of the camera they want to play this, you know, this image. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
at the end of the day, they want the subscribers, they want the views, they want the likes, and they know if they show their true colors, they ain't gonna get them. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? But I'm actually here to show that what I say I'm about is what I am. You feel me? Like, if I say it's because, you know, that's what it is and that's what I am, and not I wouldn't even say it. You feel me?
Exactly.
I
Hey,
wouldn't
that's
be saying like
me.
I'm gonna help out somebody and then not help them. You feel me? Then if that's the case, then I wouldn't tell that fool nothing at all.
Exactly. And like I said, I can vouch for it myself. You know, you did. You know, but we'll talk about that at a later time. You
Yeah.
know. But yeah, homie. Hey, I appreciate you coming on my channel, homie, and you guys make sure you go check out the homie's channel, dog. M.O.D Entertainment, ENT. But I'm gonna let the homie MC Shadow go ahead, homie.
Well, you know, gracias to everybody. Make sure you support homie too and all that. Want to give a shout out to all the homies from my barrio, Radford Street Gang all day. You feel me? At the end of the day, remember, you guys stay in school, don't pick this life and all that, but I'm already part of this life. You know, I'm not gonna, you know, backpedal and cry over spilled milk. I mean, at the end of the day, this is who I am. I love my neighborhood. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that I don't. I love my neighborhood. I love all my homeboys. Nothing but love for all my homeboys. You know what I mean? You know, all the real ones from day one. You know, it's just shout out to all the homies incarcerated. RIP to all my homies. And to all my homies from Barrio, like
Hell
just
yeah.
holding it down still. And to everybody that supports the channel, muchas gracias. I really do appreciate it. All that support and love that you guys show back and all that goes a longer way than you guys think it does. Honestly, it's the fuel that drives me, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate homies like you that have a solid head
Gracias.
on their shoulders that are pushing their good movement and stuff like that. You feel me? And just gracias to everybody, homie, and gracias to you
I
for allowing
appreciate
me to
that.
come on your channel and do my
Likewise.
thing. Like I said, first interview, you know what I mean? So I appreciate it, my boy.
Hell yeah. And hey, from all the way to Califas to right here to AZ, homie, none but love and respect. And I'm glad we did this interview. And this is OG Gordo, homies, and I'm signing out. Stay up, my boy.
Árale.